You know, I'm starting to think that maybe there's no one else out here. Alrighty, so we're out here at the Parowan Gap for our first spook hunt of the month of October. It's gonna be a hoot, maybe a couple of howls, if you know what I mean. Oh, that was a good one. This area here is the Parowan Gap petroglyphs, and allegedly there is spiritual activity, lots of spooks, inspectors, and all the like, but I couldn't find any actual accounts of activity. I could only find, references to there being activity in other articles, no articles focusing on this place. So we're kind of testing the waters, never done anything like this before, but we've wanted to do it for a while, and we've been thinking about doing this for the channel for a good while, and figured it's October, let's catch some spooks tonight, dude. Yeah. So this place, regardless of whether or not it is haunted, is definitely interesting. It's one of the densest collections of petroglyphs in the entire West, and it's theorized that it's actually a sort of astronomical observation kind of setup, like a calendar. And this is all Fremont, dude.
Oh my god, okay.
The lights are flickering on the flash. That's kind of weird.
Well.
Maybe that's our first spook of the night. I don't know.
Moving on.
So as I said, this is all made by the Fremont culture, I believe. I mean, I can confirm that with the little signs over there.
Right, yeah.
But, the one possible explanation for spooky activity would be the story as to how Parowan and the Parowan Gap got its name. And that is, you know, allegedly, during the time when this area was all covered in Lake Bonneville, an Indian woman, I believe also of Fremont descent, drowned in this area. And also allegedly, I don't speak Fremont, but the word Parowan is supposed to translate to evil waters. And they say the ghost of this Indian woman haunts this area. At least, you know, Parowan as a whole.
For example, we have no way of knowing if the camera's still up.
Yeah. Alright, so we don't exactly have the budget of everyone's favorite sci-fi channel TV series, Ghost Hunters, but we've scrapped together a few backyard budget tools. So first of all, got a little Bible, because you can never be too careful. And keep this around to ward off any particularly mean spooks that may be out here tonight. Phone. I wanted to have a like actual audio recorder, the kind that you press a little button and put up to your mouth, but I couldn't find any around town that had like a USB port on them, so we'll just have to suffice with the onboard mic on the phone. And if you've ever seen an episode of Ghost Hunters, you've probably seen the EMF reader, the little beepity booper device with all the lights on it. it works on the same principle of the EMF reader. If you're unaware, never seen an episode of Ghost Hunters, allegedly ghosts manipulate electromagnetic frequencies either intentionally or by accident. And the EMF reader, or the detector, picks up on those frequencies, on spikes in background electromagnetic radiation, and cause it to flash. The idea behind the compass is that if it can't find north, if it just starts spinning around, then it could indicate a spiritual presence. And lastly, the least credible little gadget. This is, a mag light, the kind that you twist on and twist off. And this is used in what's called the flashlight experiment, which is where you twist it just to the border of on and off, and you ask yes or no questions, or any question you like, and turn on for yes, turn off for no, and a spirit is able to manipulate it. However, this is pretty controversial because it will actually flicker on and off randomly because the light itself produces heat, and as it heats up, turns off, cools down, turns on. So I'm a little hesitant to use this. We're still going to use it tonight, but this is one of those take with a grain of salt kind of things. So north is in this direction.
Behind us.
And right as we were getting ready to start the little EVP session, there it goes again. Yeah, it's moving towards this way.
Yeah, my north is pointing in that direction.
That's spooky. I don't know. Maybe that's some ghosts and some goblins. Maybe that's a little gremlin of the night. Or maybe we have our directions wrong. Either one is possible.
I don't think so.
Alright, so that was kind of spooky. Compass has returned to normal, so we're about to start this EVP session.
Alright, so we're going to start asking questions now. You want to?
Yeah. Alright, so, hello. My name's Nathan. This here's Susie.
Hello.
We'd like to know if there's anyone out here besides us in this little pavilion here. We've got a few things that you can use to talk to us. Something to keep in mind, if these are Native American ghosts... Oh, look at that. If these are Native American ghosts, then there's a possibility that we cannot communicate. So we're just gonna go on with the assumption that ghosts can speak English.
If you can understand us, just kind of give us a sign or something so we know that we're all on the same page.
There you go. That was well timed.
Mm-hmm.
Was that you?
Turn it back on if that was you. Alrighty. Well. I think that's pretty solid.
If you know what this place is, why don't you try to touch this device in my hand? See if you can move the needle. Do you know what this place is? That was kind of weird.
Oh.
Right after I said, do you know what this place is? If that was you, can you please turn it off? Is that you trying to turn it off?
Oh, dude. You heard that, right?
Yeah.
It was like...
That was weird.
There was this weird sound that was almost like a coyote.
It sounded like whispering almost.
Like, it was this weird cross between, like, a coyote sound and whispering, but it wasn't like, when you hear a coyote, you know it's a coyote, you hear it.
It wasn't like a yelp, it was like a very quiet...
Yeah, it was kind of like almost something carried over a breeze or something.
Could have been maybe a rabbit moving around in the sage.
No, it had more of like a tone to it than it was a movement.
Oh, I just realized I put my phone in my pocket.
Wow.
Whatever. If that was you, you can move the compass around. It's moving a little. Look at that. I'm going to set this down. So that way the movement of my hand doesn't affect it.
Oh.
Was that you? Are you saying yes? That's really weird. Oh crap, I shouldn't be whispering. It could contaminate the audio. I'm serious.
I know.
You don't want to confuse it with ghost whispers. Freak. Was that you?
There was some kind of bizarre creak over there, like it was one of those signs.
Right before the creak, I don't know if you heard it, but I heard like a... I don't know, maybe I'm hallucinating. Let me see. Can't see the compass. Huh. There are campers over there. I wonder if they're up to something.
The compass isn't doing anything. I've been keeping my eye on it. I think we should go into the gap.
Alright, yeah.
Dun dun dun! Alright. So, right here.
Ah, Hopi. So I was wrong about Fremont. Or maybe. Dude, the compass is freaking out.
It is?
Yeah. Like it's so keep in mind, north is in this direction. I just watched it go from pointing north and turn clockwise to there.
You can't really see the compass tilted this way. There you go. Yeah, so north is basically pointing south, just all of a sudden.
That's a little bizarre.
And we
right
just,
at these petroglyphs.
Yeah, we just walked up to these petroglyphs.
Does anyone want to go for a walk with us?
I'm trying to look for a place to
two of
sit.
us out here. It's
Why don't-
lonely.
Why don't
We
we,
could use a third or a fourth.
Oh,
It's going.
it looks like it's pointing north.
It was. Oh no! Actually, no. You know what it was? It was when we turned.
Ugh.
Following.
All right, let's take a seat at those rocks up there. All right, so we just took a seat right here, and the fence that we were by before to look at the petroglyphs, it made a sound as if someone had like thrown a rock at it or something. And
it wasn't like a creak. It was like someone whacked it.
Yeah, it was like someone hit it with something, and
I wish we would have gotten that on camera.
there's no one out here except for us.
There's campers, but
They're off a ways.
A couple of kind of spooky things happened. Of course, there was the sound of someone slamming the fence by the petroglyphs over there, and there's kind of like a sound like someone stepping through gravel, and what Susie described as a moan. I didn't catch that. I was fiddling with the flashlight while she heard it.
I thought, like, I was about to take my backpack off, and I just kind of, like, turned my head a little bit, and I just heard this sound that was, like, this weird, like, I don't even know how to describe it, like...
You're also wearing the beanie right now.
Yeah, but it wasn't like that. Like, it was different.
So, yeah. Could be specters or spooks, or we could be just insane. Is there anything you'd like to say to us? You can tell us your name.
No?
Was that you? There's like a little shuffling behind you.
I am on the nope train so quick, if that's legit.
Was that you that made that noise? Did you hear that?
No.
Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know.
Or maybe I'm more skeptic than I think I am.
Yeah, maybe. Not getting any signage.
Yeah,
I'm just talking. The compass has been just sitting completely still.
Yep.
So I'm going to try the goofy flashlight trick. Can you turn off the light for us if you're here?
Oh.
If that was you, can you give us a sign? We don't know for sure if the light was you, because the light can turn on or off on its own.
Turn the light back on if that was you.
You hear that?
Hear what?
I'll bet it was one of the campers, but I heard a voice.
I didn't hear a voice.
Lights on. No light. Like someone talking, laughing over there.
I didn't hear
It sounded really far away. I'll bet it was the campers.
Okay, I didn't hear.
Alright, I think it's time for a change in tactic.
Oh, God.
It's gonna spook you.
I swear to... Nathan, if you upset them and something follows me home and I'm dead tomorrow, it's your fault.
That's the point of those closing and opening prayers.
Oh, God. Okay.
You know, I'm starting to think that maybe there's no one else out here.
Yep.
Alright, so we're back after tonight's little jump scare.
That's not funny.
Got a call from my dad. And I think that was probably the spookiest thing that happened.
Well, 'cause it happened, like, right when you said something.
Did anyone think that was funny? It just happened? That's a bit of a hoot. Is that you? Is someone agreeing? We got spooked. Hear that?
Yeah.
Think that was a camper or something over there?
Yeah, I think that was a camper. It kind of sounded like a door.
This phone, if you speak into it, it's recording. It might pick up what you say. Maybe you can say yes or no to it, if you thought it was funny.
Now that I think about it, us talking in here and me screaming probably scared the living crap out of the campers.
Oh, yeah. And it didn't occur to me. Alright. I think we're gonna move on pretty quick. It's your last chance to make your presence known if you're with us. Oh.
The light turned on right as he said that. A little spooky. Alright, let's ease on down the road. Alright. We're just trying to see if we want to do another session out here somewhere. And
we're a little close to the campers.
yeah,
Don't bother them.
the campers are a little close. We don't want to bug them. So
They'll always be like, hey, you guys see any ghosts around here?
just knock on their door. You know, over
Butterfly
there, spooks.
net in hand. We're on the hunt for some spooks. Did you make any of these petroglyphs? Do you know who did? I'll do like a really quick session real quick. This right here. Man, it is freaking chilly out.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna be leaving pretty soon here. It's gonna be your last chance to talk to us. If you're here, we would really love it if you could give us a sign. You can speak into this device here. You could record what you say. Alright, we're about to go. It's your last chance. If you don't do anything, you'll have to tell everyone that, you're not real.
You don't exist.
Better prove us wrong, because I don't think you're real. I don't think there's anyone out here. I know you're real if maybe you moved something or made a sound.
Alright, I think that's that.
Let's go back to the pavilion.
Let's get out of here.
So yeah, that was a little spooky. There's a couple little spooky moments, particularly when we first started out, and the compass was kind of going around, and there was that weird noise we heard.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 spook out of 5 spooks, I think I would give this place a 1 spook.
Yeah.
1 spook out of 5. There's a little bit of spook, but it's more like essence of spook.
I'm
rather
sure, you know, if we had more knowledge of the Hopi, or even the name of the woman who died in the water that was here, then, you know, we could probably get a little bit more of a result.
From what we gathered tonight, I would say that the Parowan Gap is not haunted.
Yep.
Probably not haunted.
It will remain unsolved as BuzzFeed Unsolved.
Oh God, dude, that was a cancer reference. And I'm done now. Let's get the hell out of here.
Bye-bye.